Hello, hello. I am in my cooking outfit. And here is my artwork in the kitchen. I made these things to put stuff in it. But they're too good now to put anything in. So now I'm just, I don't know if this is showing. Anyway. I'm gonna have to heavily edit this. Edit it. Anyway. This is recording, right? Yeah. So. Hello, hello. I'm making a cooking video. I am making dog cookies. Actually, vegan dog cookies. So I'm gonna show you. I don't want to move the computer now because now I have dirty hands and my OCD won't allow to move the computer around. This is West soy milk. I'm gonna be using Sunspire vegan Carob chips. And they are good for dogs. You don't want to give your dogs chocolate ever, ever, ever. Chocolate is toxic for dogs, but this here is Carob, and it's also called the dog chocolate, the safe one. This is safe dog chocolate, because it tastes a little bit like chocolate, quite a bit. I like it better personally, and the dogs like it better, and it's better for the dogs, and it is also better for humans, believe it or not, because it doesn't contain marijuana chemicals. It doesn't contain caffeine, it doesn't contain cocaine or any of these things that are in chocolate. It is awesome. I recommend vegan Carob chips for cooking, baking and snacking for dogs and humans. So then I'm going to be using organic cold pressed coconut oil. I don't get paid by these companies, by the way, so I'm just making this, promoting good stuff basically, you know. Then Eden Botanicals organic traditional barley malt syrup. Awesome. I love that stuff. I'd ordered like a whole bunch of those. They're all in my pantry. I'm using this stuff up like over a course of several years, and it tastes really good. It's really good for you. And I'm using organic coconut flour. This is fantastic. It is great alternative to any grain flour, particular for dogs and humans who have celiac disease. Our dog Kenny has celiac disease, so I cannot bake him anything that has wheat, rye or other grains in it. There are specific grains. I'm staying away from all of those grains now. I am using coconut flour instead, and he's gonna really like this. So I'm gonna mix the coconut flour and the barley malt and the coconut oil, and also I'm using this one here. I'm using extra virgin olive oil also to mix that together with, and then I'm gonna be using the vegan Carob chips later on to heat up in this little mug here. I just put it all in, and then I can pour it in right now, and then I later on, and I can also mix a few of these chips in with, it doesn't even want to open. I can mix some of the chips in with the cookie flour itself. So here is, these are the chips. Looks just like chocolate chips, you know, good for making cookies and any of these things. And so I'm gonna be making the flour now with the soy milk. I would probably in the future, I'm probably gonna be buying coconut milk because it's better to be digested. I heard soy milk is actually not so good unless it's fermented. And I noticed myself that if I drink too much soy milk that is not fermented, it will actually cause intestinal upset. But just this one, for this one cookie making, it is okay, I can use that. Okay, so I put a whole lot of the barley malt into the flour, and I think it's better to show this because it's really nice to pour that stuff in. And I know some people probably would like this. And here, the olive oil, just pour a whole lot in, whole lot in, so, and that way, and put soy milk into it. I don't know how much I need. I just do rule of thumb, you know, it's like once it gives you a really nice consistency where you can knead it and make a nice dough out of it. So, okay. I use this to stir it up and see what it does. So it needs more. I do the same when I mix up my henna for the hair, by the way. And this here, this hood is my chef cook hood, so that I don't lose any hair into the food. You don't want hair in the food. Okay, mix it all up. That smells really good. Oh my gosh. So, I might even use the entire thing. I think, yeah, so it looks like it. Same with the henna, when I put henna on. And you don't want henna to be too liquid or too thick. This one I want thick enough to be kneaded into a cookie roll. I'm gonna make rolls with that, long rolls. Okay, I put the whole thing in. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna put a few of the carob chips into it. Alright. And I'm gonna add some of the coconut oil as well, because I think that would make it even creamier. So you scoop that out. It is quite firm in room temperature. And it's a great butter alternative. Okay, that's about enough. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use 2 of these here. I don't know, maybe I just need 1, but maybe 2. I'll see. I'm just gonna put olive oil into this with my hand. I'm going to wipe olive oil into the entire pan. And then after that I will put my cookie rolls into it. So for now I'm just going to mix this up really good. This already looks fantastic. Fantastic. I see it does need more liquid. So it already looks like cake actually. It's amazing. I have never worked with coconut flour before. This is the first time I saw this in the store, and I got it because I thought that makes a great alternative for wheat and all that stuff. And it's organic too. And it makes good dog cookies. All vegan, all wholesome, nothing refined in it, no artificial things in it, no refined items, no refined sugar. Okay, this is whole sugar. And the coconut oil and flour, it's all whole. From the whole plant. That's what you want. You don't want anything that has been altered chemically or refined or heated or something like that. So you want to eat as much natural and raw as possible. Well, this is not going to be raw, but it is natural, and it's going to be vegan, and it's going to be chocolate free, so, which is a very healthy alternative to any of these other, and I'm going to eat these of course myself as well, but I'm making it mainly for him. So I hope he likes them. So I need a little bit more olive oil in it, and it needs more soy milk in it. So I also have something that is really great. I have this soy milk powder from Better Than Milk, the brand. I hope this shows. And I just ordered a couple of more of those at Amazon, and you can always add that. It's powder, and put a little bit more of this in. Yeah. And I can also add my self-made mix of carob powder with soy milk powder, and this is my hot chocolate instant mix that I make, and it looks about like this. It's like cocoa powder, but it is free of cocoa. It contains only carob. It's the perfect hot chocolate alternative. So I drink that almost every day. It tastes really fantastic. And now a little bit more water. I'm gonna get the water from this here. I'm gonna get filtered water to put into it. A little more filtered water to make it. There is my babe. Here, babe, show yourself. Show yourself. No, this didn't look into the camera. But he can already smell that I am cooking something for him. So it's very good. Yeah, now it's becoming more of a doughy consistency, which is really great. Here, I'll show you. Like this, and I make this whole pot here full, and that's probably gonna be perfect for 2 of these enamel pans. Those are metal enamel coated pans, which are excellent from Good Cook. Great. I've always wanted those. I found those recently, and I have not used them yet, and I'm gonna try that out now. And it is, of course, it's aluminum free. You know, you don't want these Teflon type of pots. And I think it's better to bake with those type of pans than with ceramic, because ceramic might actually burst in the oven. So this here is not going to burst because I'm going to be heating this up on a very low level heat. That way the ceramic can slowly get adapted to the heat, and then it doesn't do anything. You want to have this on level 2 or 3, not more than 3, and then it can take its time to heat up and create a liquid of the carob. And so once the carob is liquid, but I do this last, because first I have to bake the cookies. So once the cookies are done, then I can dip them into the carob, or I can pour the carob over them and create some kind of pattern, meandering pattern of carob liquid on top of it. So this looks like it might work now. This kind of, it has a very cookie cake type of consistency, like a, yeah, maybe it will work. I would put a little bit more water in it because it requires a lot of water. But you have to see, it's not like, I don't have any measurements for you. You have to just feel it with your hands and see if the consistency is like cookie dough, if you can mold it, and then it will be perfect. I'm not gonna make a cookie dough where I roll it flat and then use cookie cutters. I don't use cookie cutters. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create some. There he is. He is already smelling. Yeah, I want to show him. Here, you want to show yourself? You want to show yourself here? No? Here, come. No. So. Then, after I did this here, some already fell on the floor. Then after I did this, after I measured it to be just the right kneading consistency, then because there are clumps of coconut oil in it, which is firm in its consistency. So after that I will wash my hands and then I will knead the whole thing with my hands really thoroughly. I do that with the henna, by the way, too. But the henna has to be way more liquid in order to be absorbed by the hair. So maybe I can make a video of that another time. Henna, you can eat henna almost, I think. It's all healthy what I use. I use all healthy alternatives. I just made my own makeup, by the way. I don't know if this is going to show. Made my own makeup with spirulina flour and red beet flour. It's very, very good. So this could be now made into, and I don't work with eggs or any of these things. I quit drinking milk like 2 years ago, and that was a good choice because they take the baby calves away from the mothers, so no meat. Okay, I quit meat many years ago. And Kenny still eats chicken and turkey dog food by Rachel Ray. I don't get paid by these companies, so I just want to make this pretty clear. But Rachel Ray seems to be pretty ethical and the ingredients are good. But if anybody of you knows more about Rachel Ray and found out that it is not ethical, found out maybe that she does hire a subcontracting company to test metabolic tests, then I will not use it anymore. But I don't know if I don't think she is on the Peter Bear dog food list. I don't think she is. But if she is, I will quit that dog food, of course. Oh. It's running? Okay. Now I'm going to be kneading this here flour, and I see it's the perfect consistency. It's a little bit crumbly. It might need something to make it more cohesive, but I'm gonna try it like this. See, you see, I can make something with it. I can make sculptures with this, art sculptures like this, and then lay it into the pan afterwards. you want to make sure that you really mix this all up good so that it has a very nice doughy consistency. And also the barley malt will make this much more like dough. It makes it really, really nice. It binds it together more. But I see that the coconut flour is definitely different than wheat flour, so it's more flaky. But I just tasted a little bit, tastes really, really good. So we'll see how the cookies come out, whether they are cohesive or not. They might fall completely apart, because I know that these Barbaros vegan cookies that I have ordered before, they taste very good, but they are very flaky and they fall apart very easily, particularly when they are in the hands of someone who works for UPS who is not too crazy about his job. So then they arrive in bits and pieces, but those kind of things I would not return. That's too much trouble. I just eat the bits and pieces and not order anymore. So I make my own. They are not going to be shipped anywhere. Those are empowerment cookies. Do-it-yourself cookies. Same as the cosmetic that I make. It's do-it-yourself. Empowerment. Self-empowerment. Nobody gets rich. Make yourself rich. Enrich your life. You don't need dirty money for that. You know, what is money? This here is money. This is gold. So, dog cookie flour, and it's good. Here, baby, you wanna see? Wanna see one? Here, see one? You wanna see one here, baby? Come here and look into the camera. He comes checking on me. Oh, I think he has to get out. Paul, I have my hands in cookie dough right now.
What?
I got my hands in cookie dough, but Kenny has to get out. No, he has to get out right now. He's waiting there by the door. He has to get out. I will edit this. I'm going to edit this. You're not even on the video. So, thank you. Good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not a very good baking chef video maker, as you can see. You know, this is pretty layman-ish, but I thought it is worth to film this because it is an important cause to get the word out. The word of making your own dog cookies that are healthy, wholesome, and delicious. And ethical. That's the most important part of it. So, I'm making carob chip dog cookies, Paul, and
you have to put sodium bicarbonate in it.
I do?
Yeah.
I really do?
Won't rise. It'll be too
Does
hard.
it need to rise?
Yeah, it'll be hard as a rocket.
I want it hard as a rocket as a rock, because I want it to, for Kenny, my baby, and he doesn't care if it's hard as a rock. He likes it. So I think this is about getting about ready now. This will also make very good cake, and a very good cake foundation too, for any. I'm gonna do this when the summer comes and the blueberries and the blackberries are ready. I'm gonna make blueberry and blackberry pies, really big, also in the same pans. So that would be so cool. And I'll just press like a layer like this in the ground, and then I will put the fruits on the top. That's really awesome. And would probably be best not to cook the fruits, but only bake the foundation and then put the fruits raw on the top. Maybe with some barley malt on it as well, and some kind of mixture of barley malt and olive oil, like a caramel, and then put the fruits on top of it.
You don't put butter in it.
No butter. He will have to eat vegan.
He won't like it.
He will like it. He has eat. You'll be amazed. He has eaten all vegan stuff I made before, and he loved it. And our former dogs loved everything I made that no human would touch, which was so hard you could hammer it on the table, and they loved it. So yeah, I don't like these rising agents, so I prefer to do it without rising agents. It might need something else in it. I have to explore this. This is like scientific work, you know. It's trial and error, and you just find out what works the best. It's there. Just a little bit, like just about a teaspoon in each.
Listen, he won't eat it if you don't put butter in it.
No, I will not put butter in.
You have to.
I will not put butter in.
He won't eat it.
Okay, well then he won't. Okay, just a teaspoon in both, in one. 1 teaspoon and then 1 teaspoon in here. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. That's enough. That's plenty. Okay, thanks. So now I'm going to wipe the olive oil into these pans. And make sure that it is covering the entire inside surface. And then I can roll my self-made sculptures into this. Look how amazing this is. So I'm gonna make my own.
Don't make them small. No.
Yeah.
No, big. He likes them big. Yeah.
I think he likes it really big. So I'm gonna just make these elongated shapes. Has to be artistic though, because I'm an artist. Okay, like this, see? And then I'm gonna lay it into this form. Very neat. Here's another one. Very awesome. I love that. So awesome. I'm glad I did this. Very artistic. Smells like coconut. Beautiful. Another one. I see I'm gonna need 2 of those pans for it. It's very awesome. If you have guests over or if your family comes, You can make these kind of things more elaborate. You can make shapes out of it, like a face or whatever you like, you know. If I had more time, I would create these eyes, which I always do when I make these sculptures. I have these eyes. My sculptures, they have eyes on the side, like this here. This shows.
Mhm.
It has eyes on the side. I have made myself jewelry like this with Sculpey. Like this. But that takes a long time to make that. I don't have that much time now. Awesome. This is really fun to do this. So one can accommodate about 12 of those formations. Maybe even more. I see it accommodates more than 16 actually. So let's see. It's more fun to do it like this because it's fun to knit, but also it's also nice to once it's baked to make sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom too much. If you press it into the bottom like for a pie, then it probably is always a little difficult to get it out later on. It's more difficult to get it out than this here. It smells like macaroons. It's very delicious. I love it. I'm so glad I got it. I have to buy that again. Coconut flour. Organic. Make sure you get organic always. It's worth it. It protects the environment, and that's very important. We want to get away from pesticides as much as possible and chemical fertilizers. Chemical fertilizers are depleting our topsoil, and then nothing can grow in it afterwards, and it depletes our earth soil, which is terrible, very, very critical. Very important that we all convert to, that we force commerce to convert into organic, biodynamic agriculture. It's very important. Rudolf Steiner wrote about this. Very important. Very important books. Demeter is a label that companies get when they are showing the criteria for Demeter quality. Demeter quality means biodynamic resources, biodynamic agriculture, growing, planting, and handling, and life-giving facilities that are for the earth, and the products will get the Demeter label if they are complying with all these requirements. And those things taste the best. There's no question about it. Demeter stuff tastes the absolute best. And I once visited a Demeter farm in Freiburg, Germany, and it was also a hospital. I was there for 3 days and I saw how they treat the cows. They treat the mother cows really well. They groom them and then they give way more milk. When the cows are groomed, they give more milk. But what's wrong was that they separated the babies, and I criticized that, of course. I don't hold back. It doesn't matter who that is. It could be Rudolf Steiner farm, I don't care. If they separate baby cows from the mothers, I speak out. And then they didn't treat me well after that. As it is always, if you speak out, you have to have courage. You have to put the other beings before your own needs. Before your own needs for massages and beauty farm and so on. And that's what I do. That's my mission in my life. I put the other beings before myself, and that's also called altruism, and that's what I teach. So, people don't understand what altruism really is. They argue with me on the internet. They think, so you want to throw your life away for others? That has nothing to do with throwing your life away for anyone. That is only giving, living in a giving form. And that's the flow of life. That's metabolism. That's the only thing that is metabolism, is to be living in a giving form. Now I'm making the last wall. It's very crumply, this stuff. And if every one of us stood up for the baby calves, and if everyone stopped drinking milk, whether it's Demeter milk or the milk from factory farms, at this point it is all cool, because separating babies from the mother is absolutely horrific, barbaric, and unethical. And every mother will agree with me once they really look into who those cows are. They're living beings, just like we are. Same thing, exact same things. They just don't know politics that much, but then people don't know politics that much either. So, you know, we should relate to the cows quite well. And the sheep, of course. And therefore we don't want sheep cheese. Cheap or expensive. And we don't want goat cheese, and we don't want cow cheese either. Or any of these milk products that are made from the separation, taking the baby away so the baby can't drink the milk, so people can take it. Yeah, that's not a good idea. So, getting this all ready. There are very delicious alternatives out there. Doesn't mean we're throwing our lives away. Okay? We're just living consciously and caring and altruistic. So, I heard that's what Jesus taught, by the way. Certainly what the Buddha taught. The Buddha taught altruism. But not many Buddhists are altruistic. So, Listen to Buddha, listen to Jesus, listen to altruism, the truth, the child within yourself. You don't need a guru for that. Listen to the child within. Try it out for yourself. That's what Jiddu Krishnamurti always said. Don't take anyone's word for it. Try it out for yourself. Try love and see what it does. Okay, now I'm showing you how the cookies look like. This is how the dog cookies, the vegan, whole food, chocolate free dog cookies. And I'm gonna put them in the oven now, and then I will be back in a little while.